Hey ho, ho. Woo. Ah, what it isn't good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it to me.
You don't know nothing about no wall.
It's not wall. It's y'all. It's a wall or y'all. What you trying to say, man? What's up, guys? We are here at Fireline Live. Don't keep that music wrong, man. It was good. It was good. Oh, yes, they can. I got a loud voice. Let me do my thing. Thank you guys for being here. This is my boy Andy Block in the house, the co-host, and of course myself, Alan D. Moser here, aka AGM, aka many other different names y'all want to use. You can turn it off. Good God, Lord. We need a new DJ now. All right, anyways.
Never claimed I was a DJ.
What's up, guys? Hey, the patch had to put it on for a second.
Me and him had some words. I had to put the fear of God in him.
He plays way too much. I was driving earlier and it was hurting really bad. And I don't know what happened. I did not hurt my eye today, but apparently I did. So here we go. But I'm going to take this off because I think I'm fine now. You ready? You think we can do it like Darth Vader style? You got to make the sound, you know. There you go. That was good. That was good. As my hat's coming off. Oh my God. I remember when I had that on when I did really jack up my eye. Oh my Lord. Wow, wow, wow. What's going on, everybody?
How's it going?
It's good to see you guys. Speaking of my eye on a serious tip, I basically was doing the Fast 9 teaser trailer, getting it uploaded up on the channel, which you can check out now. And basically my eye just started hurting like it was when I got poked before in the eye with my chain or finger or whatever. And it just happened out of the blue. And it was only when I was picking up this guy. And then as soon as I got back to the house, it went away.
It was actually unroute.
Yeah, it was pretty
on route back to here. It went away.
Pretty wild. All right, guys. Well, hey, real quickly, if you guys want, now this show is really cool. Obviously, I want to thank guys from SEN Live, like the Christian Harloffs and the Mark Ellis's and Ken Napstocks and the Mark Ellis and the Mark Rileys and the Colliders and the whatever, all the YouTubers that have their like own networking channel like this. John Campia, I know you know Mr. Campia, right? Little Campia love in the house.
Sure.
There you go.
Well, I've never met him. But...
Yeah. But you watch some of his content, right?
Sure.
There you go. See, I like how it's just short. I don't think you're a fan. I'm a fan. Are you a fan? Please tell me you're.
Yeah, fan.
Because I can't edit this out. This is live. So if Campia sees this, we screwed. I'm kidding.
I'm not gonna get screwed. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna come out here? If he comes out here, we'll stream him kicking my butt.
There you go. Because you know how he has his Campia rants.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I think I need to sip of your water. I'm just kidding. I ain't
water.
Okay. So
it's limeade.
It's limeade. There you go. But anyways, this is gonna be like a movie talk / just talking about everyday stuff, hanging out, having a good time. Like I said, all the guys I named, and there's so much other names that I didn't mention, but that kind of inspired me to do something like this and have fun. So, and then talk about life, and talk about movies, talk about music, talk about everything. Because it's kind of funny because me and him, every time I pick him up or we get together, we always talk about some amazing stuff, and we never.
It always goes unsaid.
And we're like, we need to start posting this and doing this, and then we just said, you know what? We don't got mics, we don't got anything, but who cares? Let's just start. That's the one thing I have to give to Campia that told me a while back, or not told me, but told viewers and said, hey, you know what? If you want to start something, start it. Just go for it. As you get more and more, you can obviously upgrade to bigger, better things, which you can do, by the way, in our Streamlabs. I did a PayPal. He helped me set it up. Thank you, Mr. Andy Block. And so if you go to the About part of the page of Fireline ENT, there's a link. Now, you're supposed to hit it. It's supposed to take you there, but it doesn't. So you have to just basically copy what it says and then go there. And you can obviously donate to the channel, and everything, all the money that goes to the channel will be going towards all of our short films, all of our stuff like this, getting mics, better equipment, everything you can think of, we're gonna do. So if you guys would like to jump in on that, that'd be great. If you guys want to get some live questions in, definitely you can post it down in
We've
the
got
comments.
the chat going so we can see it. We've got a little bit of lag here, so if we don't answer it right away, just give us a minute and we'll see it, and we'll get to it as soon as we can. And if we don't get to it right away, we will get to it in the next one.
Right.
So if we don't answer it in this chat, leave it in a comment below and we'll check the comments, or email it to us at...
You can go to, actually it's not an email, it's the DM of my Instagram. So go to the hold on guys, go to the IG, Fireline ENT, and then go to the DM and you can message my questions there, or message your question there, and then we will go ahead and answer them for you, whether it be on this show or whether it be on the show next. But we'll put them down, and we do have some questions that we did get from that, and we'll be answering some of those today. So we'll have some fun, but we're also going to do some live as well. This is our first one, so we have no idea what's going on. What's going on, Helen Callie? She says what's up. To everyone, very good. Make sure you guys send this out to all your family and friends. Let's get this going and have a great time. I see people right now in the chat saying, not in the chat, but where I'm filming is saying, send us the link. I don't know how we could do that because I'm filming, so I apologize. But this is like I said, we just wanted to get this done and let nothing stop me, even a bad eye. Yeah. To stop this thing from going, because I wanted to do this.
Other eye bad.
Yeah, see, you play too much. But we wanted to definitely do this before. I know I want to do this before the actual like Christmas time. I want to do it like the beginning of the year, and it's just our schedules.
We've been talking to Denver since we've been talking about it since we started our Star Wars marathon. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we did the yeah.
Every time you pick me up, we've had tons to say about Star Wars.
Great conversations. And they were never heated. You know what I mean? They were always, there's one, and I don't know if I want to do it to them live now because I want to get punched. But I might, because it might go viral, so let's do it. Me so happy to see you, Mr. Andy Brown. See? He don't like them. Jar Jar Binks, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't like Jar Jar so much. I understand his purpose. We've said this multiple times in the Star Wars things. I understand his purpose.
Is that what we started with?
Poop jokes to the kids, but I can do without him.
Who did George Lucas make this franchise for, sir?
Everybody.
No. See, George Lucas specifically said, I made this for children.
No, he didn't.
And then...
No, he said that later in life after he realized all the flack he was getting. When you look at 1977, Star Wars, when it first came out, it's a movie for everybody. And you can tell just by the way it's filmed. Just look at it. And the way they talk and everything, it's a movie for everybody.
Helen Canada gives you 2 thumbs up, by the way. Yeah. That's all you got to say about that?
Well, no.
You can plug it in, man. Have a good time.
So, you watch 1977 Star Wars, and then later on when he filmed the prequels and he got so much flack for Jar Jars and everything, then he kind of backpedaled and was like, oh, no, these movies are for kids. These movies are for kids. And that became his stance from then on. And it's like, no, dude, you can't go backwards like that and try and cover up your tracks. That's not how that works.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for Helen Callie for sharing this out. Appreciate you, girlfriend.
Yes.
And if you can, now listen, Helen, not just you, but whoever is also in the chat, like I said, make sure you guys go to that About page on the Fireline ENT channel on YouTube, right? And definitely check out the PayPal that we have. And donate, and we'd love to have anything is gracious. 1 penny up to $1 billion, $1 billion, right? Either one, right? It'd be great to have. And again, it's again towards building the archive of our equipment and just having better quality of everything. And again, doing all these different shows and short films that you guys know what the channel is known for, is doing the short films. All right, with that, speaking of Star Wars, and I will say this, yes, I totally agree with you on that. And did you know and hear, it's a rumor, by the way, everybody, is not confirmed 100%, but did you hear that they're saying George Lucas is wanting to come back and is saying that because I want to come back, or when I come back, I have to have full control or I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
What do you think? False? You think it could happen? You think it maybe happened? What do you think?
I don't. I don't know if Disney will relinquish the reins at this point.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
Not fully, anyway. They'll be like, you can come into our house and play, but we're not giving it back at this point.
Let me say this: how much did Disney buy for? $4 billion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, they'll probably counteract and said, "I'll do it for double." Might say $10 billion to get back Star Wars. Now, do you think George Lucas would pay that amount of money to get back full control? No longer Disney, no more. Disney Plus loses all that because now guarantee he'll take it out of Disney.
Oh man, that would be a cluster.
And yeah, no curse on Notice he stopped. But you know what I'm saying? Like 10 billion or 20 billion. Do you think it's worth it to get your baby back to where you could do whatever you want? And here's the sad thing. Plus, what if he does that and then he does his first movie and people do not like it? They go, "Oh, we wanted George back," and they're like, "Oh, wait a minute.
Maybe we didn't.
Maybe we didn't want George back." Talk to me.
That's a risk that they're. That's oh man, that's such a predicament because people felt that way about George Lucas after the prequels. So like, we don't want George. We want somebody else.
That's why he sold it.
And then they got somebody else. Oh, we don't want somebody else. We want George. People can't make up their minds.
Mm-hmm.
So, if George really wants his baby back, he'll buy it back. And if they get it back, if he gets it back and he makes something else and the fans are unhappy, well, that's on them. They be careful what you wish for.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was just saying that from doing the research and reading some of the stories, that George Lucas, when he did the prequels and he got all the flack they did for everything, right? I think the only one that was super beloved in that whole series was 3. People enjoyed one of certain scenes like the Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Maul, and the Qui-Gon Jinn fight. That was off the chain. The pod racing scene, right? All those were great. I enjoyed the movie for what it was, of course. And then, of course, 2, I think everybody totally disliked. There's obviously parts in it that's great. I enjoyed that movie as well. By the way, I enjoy all the Star Wars movies. It's not just,
Same here.
You know, I enjoy them all. There's not one where I'm like, this movie sucks. Like, I enjoy every single one of them, from the new one from Disney, Star Wars, all the way through this one, the prequels, and the sequel, the OG, the original. Like, I love them all. But and then Revenge of the Sith was what everybody really enjoyed the most out of that.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, with all the flack that he got, he said, "You know what? I'm just gonna wash my hands and just
let somebody else.
Let someone else do it. I'm done with the stress." By the way, stress is very is real, and it can really make you do some horrible things or not want to do certain things and give up and be done. And especially when you're trying to do something that was super incredible and awesome, and then to hear like you got all these fans, and all of a sudden these fans turn on you because of maybe a decision that you made that they didn't like, right? And it's like, man, that sucks. And so he basically sold it to Diz, the mouse, if you want to call it, and the mouse is doing what it's doing. No more stress. Yes, Miss Helen Keller, no more stress. Definitely no more stress. I feel weird because I'm looking at this and it's definitely the delay. It's funny. Welcome to technology. And I see Kurt Angle in the back. What do we got back there? I feel like, who we got? Can you see who we got? Andy, who we got back there?
What?
What do we got back there in the back? Or what we got?
Well, we got Jeff Hardy. We got Mick Foley.
Oh, you were mad about that. Let's talk about that for a second. Oh, snap. Yeah, bring that photo up. Shoot. Here we go. Now, wait a minute. You shouldn't be too upset because I remember. Now, by the way,
that's
I know
the
the
boy.
That's his boy, right? And yes, this says to my bestest friend in the entire world, Alan.
It doesn't say.
Man, let me say what I'm saying, man. I know what I'm saying. You see the writing? There's stuff on it. And it says, to my dear friend Alan, I appreciate all the wonderful things. And signed, Jeff Hardy. Now, he was upset at this. And he was like, hey, the next time, because I remember seeing Jeff Hardy again because I went to a TNA event. Now, by the way, if you don't know what TNA is not what you think. It's total nonstop action, get your head out the gutter. TNA is total nonstop action wrestling, right? And so these events were big for them, but still small if you're talking about WWE. So seeing these guys were much easier and cheaper than to hang out at a WWE event, because those events are like thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? And if they're a couple $100, you don't get to see anything. Like it's
You're
like
still stuck in the nosebleeds.
Yeah. So hey, wait, Dave. Yes,
Hey,
that's
Dave.
Andy. What
How's
up?
it going, man?
Big D. We're talking about wrestling, baby. Let's go.
You came in at exactly the right
at
time.
the right time. The wrestling.
Tell
guys,
him. Tell him.
Don't tell me.
him.
Don't put
Tell
it.
him.
Don't put it.
Tell
Dave,
him.
don't put it. Dave, I'm looking at the screen right now. If you say it, I'm cutting the stream off.
Do it. Where is he? Right there. Tell him your opinions about this man right here.
Don't do it, Dave. Our friendship depends on it, Dave. I haven't even got through the story, Dave. Let me get through this story first, and then we can talk about my guy if you want to. Okay, hold up. So let me get this now. Hold on. Now, Mr. Andy, well, I go to this event. Wait, where's he at? Oh, Queen. What's up, Queen Cash Slots? Hey, good to see you. Thank you for hanging in and dropping. Appreciate you. So Andy decides to say, hey, can you get me an autograph next time? I said, we got this, all right? And obviously my friend, F. Krusty. No! That's it. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Great show. We'll see you next time at the Fireline Live number 2. This man will no longer be on the show. Dave no longer in the chat. Everybody else, Helen Kelly and Queen Cash, you may stay. And you have a wonderful night, everybody. God bless and peace. No, okay, we good. I love you, D. All right, anyways. So we go and we get we get my man Andy a Jeff Hardy signed autographed, and I think he really enjoyed that. You got to bring that on the show because that's one of his favorite wrestlers. And or is it the only one favorite wrestler? Like, is he the favorite of all time, the GOAT for you, greatest of all time?
No, he's not the GOAT.
He's not the GOAT, but you think he's in
the top tier.
Top tier for sure. And like I said, man, Total Nonstop Action is still on to this day, even though it's got the craziness that it gets and maybe not get the exposure that it gets. It's still running. People thought it was going to die in 2013, 14. In 2020, they still kicking it. And I want to say they're on oh my God, it's not Go90. I'm using that as an example. Go90 is like an app streaming service, very low, and it has certain things on it. And what's up, Elijah? I'm glad you're not taking a nap. Glad you woke up. And Dave, I remember that you meet and greet. Yeah, remember that meet and greet. Yes, me and Dave go all the time to a meet and greet. Man, we were wrestling, as he calls it. It's not a bad word. It's just a figure of speech. But people were always calling us the wrestling whores, if that makes sense. Like, because we would always go to all these events and we would just get tons and tons and tons of photos and autographs and pictures and memorabilia, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, TNA they're still on that program. Like I said, it's not a Go90 app, but it's some kind of an app streaming service. They were on Spike TV, but now AEW is the big thing that's trying to compete. I heard they got a $175 million contract with TNT.
They're taking names away from WWE. All the people that are disgruntled with it's kind of the WCW, WWE effect.
Oh yeah.
All the people that are disgruntled with WWE, they're sailing ship and going over to AEW.
If AEW doesn't do what WCW did, they could work and stand the test of time.
Yes.
If they do it properly. If they don't, it's gonna end up just like WCW. It's gonna be WWF on top again, and maybe that's what we need, because look, let's listen. My friend Dave, I totally spaced. I went to the Grammys. He watched Royal Rumble. Now, usually I watch these big events. We usually watch Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. That's what we do all the time, right? The rest of stuff don't matter. Where'd he go? What am I doing? Next, NXT is better than AEW. Oh, NXT is better than AEW. You know what? I don't disagree with that. I don't think they got some great players. Yeah, some great players. And but yeah, AEW, if they can acquire some names, yes, but as long as they have a clear cut front guy, I think they'll do well. But WWE needs this
kick in the pants
for them to change style, upgrade, do what they got to do, and watch them come up with something different as they always do, and watch them come up on top. And it's just better for all of us. We got Veronica. Hey, Veronica, I'm glad you made it. Thank you for showing up for our very first Fireline Live. She says hello. AEW is better than TNA. Wait, AEW is the same as TNA. Yes, I totally agree with that. Yeah, awesome. Very good, guys. I will say this. This isn't a grow. What do you call it? Stream, but if you guys are inside the stream chatting, you guys could totally network with each other. Don't forget to ask some live questions, guys. You can ask anything you want. It can be personal lives, personal
whatever
stuff.
You want to know.
It could be film, it could be music, it could be wrestling, it could be anything you want. All we ask is being respectful and kind to all of us and to each other with the answers and the questions and all those different things. So keep that up. I'm gonna put this lovely Jeff Hardy photo back, right? Because I'm telling you right now, this would have cost so much money and more time waiting, and probably not even get if I was to do it through WWE. So I was really glad that all these big time WWE players, WCW players were in TNA, because me and Dave got some photos. Yes. And because of Dave, since he wants to play.
No. He's pulling it out for you, Dave. Here it comes. Get your mouth on.
The man called Stan. Woo, yeah. Hey, play that song on. Put it on. But you can find it. Hold on. You can find it. Just go to YouTube. Type in WCW Surfer Sting theme, and it'll pop up. Just because I want to mess with Dave just a little bit. Guys, while he's finding that, again, if you guys, we did start a PayPal. We did start a Streamlabs PayPal. So if you go to the Fireline ENT about page, right? And then, so you go to the Fireline ENT and then go to where it says about. And then, I ain't even worried about what to say. I'll look at it in a second. And then, and when that happens, you go ahead and you can go to that website or that page, that link, and you can donate. And all the donations are going to go to our page, our channel, to get better equipment, to do more things and more fun things, to give you guys the best content here at Fireline Entertainment, Fireline ENT, if you will. And any amount is fine. We do this there because YouTube takes about 30 to 70%. No, they take a lot from YouTube. YouTube
a lot
takes
more
a lot.
than they deserve.
Yeah. And then, of course, YouTube, if you're watching, he said it, not me.
Yes, I did.
And but yeah, whatever you guys give, will be grateful. All right, let me look and see what the heck Dave put. Hold on, what did Dave put? Hold on. You're gonna open that door to me. Oh yeah, but see now you remember Dave, you can't curse in the chat. You gotta
He hasn't done that yet.
Okay, good. Again, F that F in there. Here it goes. Oh man. Hey, by the way, all my mods, if you're listening to me, all my mods, leave David Ignowski alone. He's allowed to talk this way because he's not being spammed. He's
not a spammer.
He is one of my best friends of all time. He is allowed to go this way. He already knows he's not going to curse, but let him have some fun. Okay, let him have some fun.
He's an
Drew,
awesome dude.
What's up, dude? Oh my God, Drew's in the house. Good to see you, brother. I appreciate that. My niece is in the house. I believe that's Ray or D. They changed it up. But can we get that song, everybody? Can we get that song?
I don't know which one it is. It has like 12 different themes.
I said the surfer thing.
I did. Look, what does it say up there?
Okay, man call say, here we go. Put that up high. Hold up. We got to hold up. Turn that up. Let's go. Come on. That's not even the right Sting. It's the surfer Sting. I don't have time to go with my. You know what? It is Sting. Hold up. Keep playing that song. Talk to man. Everybody play it. Go. Come on.
I agree with you, Dave.
Yeah. Come on, D. Is a man called Stan. Ow! Yeah. And what does that say? It says sign. by the man himself.
Yeah. Do you sleep with that picture?
No, sir, I do not. But let's go to chat. What's going on in the chat? I'm afraid to see. I see Dave wrote something new in the chat. What do you write? Because it's not letting me go forward. What's going on?
They can say what they want. I don't care. Bring it on.
All right. Well, hey, man, that's awesome. Well, I heard, speaking of wrestling and WWE, what a great insert that we just did. We went right along. I heard at the Rumble that Ed showed up. And Edge had not a fight, but he was in there and he took 2 spears.
Oh, wow.
Took 2 dose. Right, Dave? I know you in the chat. He took 2 double dose, if you will.
He showed up, huh?
He showed up. And
I thought he was done. Like, if he did one more spear, he was going to break in half and die.
Well, that's why I told Dave. I called him up. I was like, hey, Dave, we getting the Sting match now with Taker. We getting it. But as he said, which I have to say, he did say it. He said that what's the one other for? That Sting don't need the money, so he don't have to come back.
Yeah.
Because I did know that about Sting, because I actually personally know Sting, aka Steve Borden. He mentioned that he did really good with his real estate, so he doesn't have to do that. And then he was talking about how Taker is all kind of jacked up.
Well, Taker wasn't looking too hot. What was it, 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah. Well, I told Dave, as long as we get a point with the back and the point and the eye roll back with the music and the smoke, that's it. Let them both pass out. Be done. That's the match. We good. Can buy those on eBay for $5. Oh, really? Okay, no. Nice try, my guy. And guess what? It was $5 that I didn't pay for, Dave. It was $5 that I didn't pay for. Now, we got Francis Atkins says, hello, how are you? I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for being here. We got Drew. Good luck. Have a great time. Thank you, Drew, for being here and hanging out. Everybody say, I think Drew is leaving. Say what's up to Drew. I believe I saw MC Slots. What's up, MC Slots? She gives us a kiss. We got to give it a dating kiss back. Come on. Bum, 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 right for you, girl. I don't know why I did John Cena's theme right there. Bum, 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 bum. He did pretty good for an old fart.
Which one?
Yeah, there's a bunch of old farts in this lovely thing.
They're kind of tapping their old farts right now.
We got
part of their problem.
There you go.
They need to go to their younger talent.
Yes. We also got my nieces Danielle and Rachel, Dee, and Ray. We also got Johnson, Apollo. Thanks for being here, Apollo. Hey, if you guys can, do me a favor. Everyone here, go ahead and share this stream out. Share this stream out. Get people to come on in. I'm still waiting for questions to come on in.
Yeah, again, this is just a general chit-chat, Q&A thing. So if you guys have any questions for us, feel free to ask.
Yes, and what we'll do is, if in like a few more minutes, if we still haven't gotten any questions from you guys, then we will just answer the questions that were given to us through our DMs. And,
I agree, Dave. Taker should have retired actually a long time ago.
Yeah, I think that match that he said he was retiring when he fought Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels was wearing that white outfit.
Yeah.
I think that should have been his last match.
That should have been it, right?
That should have been it. I think that was WrestleMania.
He should not have gone on and done Brock Lesnar. He shouldn't have done that. And
yeah.
Because that was a disappointing match.
I don't know why WWE did not let him go out with the streak at 0. Or, you know what I mean? What was it, 24 or 20? No, it was like 29-0. It was undefeated. Let me put it that way. It should have been an undefeated streak. Like, then no one could have ever touched that ever on the face of the planet for that. I mean, Goldberg did it for WCW, but
it doesn't have the same illusion to it because of
Mania.
The dead man walking, and the WrestleMania mystique and all that stuff.
Hey, find that for me real quick. Put dead man walking in there. I want to hear that real quick.
I don't want to put on any more music.
You know what music? Are you serious? That is tough.
Yep.
It's my show. Put it on. I'm being serious. Put it on. I want to hear the Taker music. What's wrong with you? Dave Ignatius said, he's talking about Edge. He's talking about Edge.
Edge should have just stayed retired.
Yeah. Well, he is retired. I don't think he came. I think it was just like a one-time thing. I really doubt he's coming. Wait, no, Dave, did you say that he signed a 1-year contract? Can you write that down for me? And while he's doing that, if you guys can again questions would be great, guys. That'd be awesome. And
if you're a speed freak, raise your hand. Speed freak.
Gotta wait for it.
okay.
See what, do you love me?
How many ads you
See
got?
what?
2.
See what? I can see you busy,
That's
so I'll
what
keep it short.
YouTube
Do you
does
love me,
now.
Sarah?
It's not skip.
Which one do you guys like better? Dave, you like this Taker song? Or his original Taker song? Or Limp Bizkit song?
Original all the way.
Oh, this is the badass song. I like this song.
Original all the way.
With his bike?
No, that was him trying to be cool. And
You didn't like it?
didn't work all that well.
All right.
I didn't mind the biker persona. It was fine, but it just the whole you hear the gong and then comes in with the that was it.
Yeah, my favorite was my favorite was the Limp Bizkit. I mean, I like the original. Don't get me wrong, but the Limp Bizkit one, I just because of the way the lights with the hits was a boom, keep rolling, and it like that part to me was the
The
coolest.
American Badass.
Yeah, that was really cool. Dan C says, "Yeah, what's up?" Taker wanted Brock to break it. No, I heard that too, Dave. I heard that
too,
as
but-
well. But I still think they should have just. What do you think? You should have just kept the streak.
I actually don't mind that they broke the streak, but I think they could have done it in a more interesting way. See, I always imagined that Taker losing the streak could have been a casket match. And then what happens is Undertaker loses the casket match, and then they go to open the casket, and he's not in it. And then that's just the last we ever see of it. That's more my theatrical version of him losing the streak, and he's gone. And then the lights go out, and they come up, and we just see the urn in the middle of the ring, and it's just like Taker's gone. He lost, and the streak is whatever number to 1, and that's how he retires. He lost the casket match, and that's it, and it's over. And that would have just been way cooler for me.
Just thanking you, Apollo. I wanted to thank everybody in the chat. Appreciate you guys. We're gonna have a small little dilemma. I knew I should have had. Unless you wrote them down too, because all the questions are on my camera.
I did not write them down.
That's okay. So we're gonna figure it out. Don't strip. This is what we do live. Make it happen. But we still got MC Slash still here. None of them Taker sucks. Oh, whoa. Wait, what? You just say Taker sucks? Dave, are you okay? He the phenom. Please tell me you're kidding. Look, you made him look. He's
It's like I had a little bit of a short circuit there.
Yeah.
That. I'm trying to figure out what that means.
Yeah, what's that mean? Can you tell us, Dave, what you trying to say? And yeah.
Do you actually mean Taker sucks, or is that supposed to be something else? Because if you think Taker sucks, then that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine, but that sucks. That's as bad as saying John Cena sucks. Okay, that got no response there.
Well, he's probably not seen it.
Fruity Pebbles. That's the best one I've ever. All the stuff we've been called, Fruity Pebbles is by far the funniest nickname.
The thing I like about John Cena is he revels in it. He doesn't take it to heart. He's just like, okay, that's fine.
Right. All right. Well,
Later, MC.
Later, MC. Hope your kid's feeling better. Prayers going out to you for sure. I'll tell you what. So we're gonna do, Mr. Andy Block. Cause I want to get to those questions. This is what we'll do. You can do whatever talk you want, whatever you want. You can just for a second. I'm gonna take that, but they'll be hearing you for a minute, and then I'm gonna
You're gonna put me on the spotlight.
Yeah, I got you. And what we're gonna do? What we're
You
gonna
know,
do, I'm gonna send the questions to your phone as a picture text. See what I'm saying? That would get to the questions because now, guys, the camera's gonna do a weird shift just for a few seconds. I totally spaced that board game. Talk about the board game.
Okay.
Hey, see, I got you. We're talking about Star Wars. It's good.
All right.
Or oh yeah, the Macho Man Randy Savage. You know?
Oh yeah, snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah, talk about Slim Jim. All right, so guys, while he's ranting about, here we go. We got something from Dave. I don't know what's going on with Dave. What did Dave say?
He's all washed up. Now he's just embarrassing himself, and he's too stupid to realize it.
Damn.
I kind of agree with you on that, Dave. He's
Bong. Take a shot.
he's way past where he needed. He should have just said, you know what? If I go any further, I'm gonna freaking kill myself. You know. Yeah.
Hold on a second, guys, as he's talking.
But next week, I think Alan and I are going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to have Alan over to my place, and I'm going to introduce him to a Star Wars board game called X-Wing. Some of you may...
Yes, okay, we're good.
So that's what we'll be doing next week. We'll be playing X-Wing, the miniatures game, at my place, in my board game cave of doom.
All right. Hold up. What am I doing?
You're going to be playing X-Wing, the miniatures game with me.
Sure. We're
Yes.
going to do that. I heard what he said. But hey, and then I'm going to, you know how we like to counteract and counter poster. So we are going to be at his house. We're still going to do a Fireline Live number 2. But we're going to do that as a separate thing, and we're still going to post it that day for that because I have a live gaming play thing on the channel, and we're going to post that because I do want to play that game, and I like to do more Star Wars stuff. And we're going to talk the breeze and shoot talking and have a good time. And then we're possibly also going to have a Fireline number 2 on over there. So we'll have that there. And then after that, we'll probably have it here, and then we'll. My goal is, we're gonna have it handy here most of all the time. But hopefully, if we can fit a third person, or if he can't make it, have a second one, and we're just gonna always trade out because we have different personality. We have different people that like to talk and have a good time and express their feelings about movies. So I got the questions now to my man.
Dave asked us a question.
Dave, what'd you ask? Let's see. What's your thoughts on Charlotte going after the NXT title? You go first, and then I'll go right after that.
Well, I didn't know that Charlotte was going after the NXT title. I haven't actually watched WWE in a while because I got rid of my cable because that shit's expensive.
It is.
So, last time I watched, she was on SmackDown and she was the Divas champion. So that's a while ago. So I don't know if she's doing like cross branding or if she was shifted back to NXT because I know that she came up from NXT. So I don't know exactly what the situation is.
And then, are you good? I don't want to cut you off. Okay, so for me, Dave, I want to say that I believe she came from NXT, and I believe she was an NXT champion. So it's kind of, if they're now making the brand where NXT is supposed to be the top of the list, I don't see why that would be. I think that would be okay because they're saying NXT title is maybe better than a WWE title. Maybe they're saying, I don't know. I just don't think if they're saying WWE and Raw and SmackDown is the top tier of the World Championship, that she came from NXT, then went to this part of WWE, and now she's about to go back down. I feel like it's a downgrade. Now unless she's doing something to help build NXT, and then that's, again, it's okay. Like, you know what I mean? It has to be a good reason for it. If you just want to give her the belt because they need ratings, no.
That's lame. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they shifted her down there just to promote NXT, then that's dumb. But if they got her down there doing some training, pushing some other talent, and she's genuinely working NXT, then fine. But if they're just using her as a figurehead, then that's kind of lame.
Well, even if they have her there as a wrestler, not just as like a behind the scenes, like if she has like a storyline that makes sense.
That's what I'm saying.
Then we'll let her go for the NXT title. But if they're just going, okay, we wanted to put on a match, we don't hear about it, we just hear about the match, and it's the next pay-per-view, and she shows up, wins the title.
Yeah, she just like all of a sudden, Charlotte is the NXT champion. Not
unless you're a Charlotte Flair fan.
He's adding some clarification.
Yeah.
They say she's going to use her Rumble win to go after. Oh, so she's going to try and dual championship. She's going to try and take over NXT. That's lame.
And like I said, if you
I don't like it.
I got you. If you are a Charlotte Flair fan, then this is all for you. You know what I mean? But I'm like in the middle between Andy and but liking it because this one. It's not like they had a match. It's actually using Rumble, saying, "Hey, you know what? I have this belt, and I'm gonna go for the other belt." And if she goes for the like she should be. I don't know if wrestling has a ladies' TV title belt. I don't know if ladies have an intercontinental belt. But if they did, that would be kind of cool. That if Flair was like, you know what, I want all the belts. You know what I mean?
I was just gonna ask that. Is she a heel or a babyface? Is she pulling like that CM Punk crap where he got like the Raw championship and then he was like doing NXT because he wanted to be like the king of the world? Is she doing that, or is she just doing it just because? You know, people can see that stuff.
I know, so I'm asking. They're obviously not getting it when I said it online already. Yeah, but either way, it's okay. You know what I mean? It depends on what the storyline is going to be. You know what I mean? It depends. Do we know where Mania is being held this year? Is it in the same spot? Because I heard they were from last year. I can't remember, but I feel like they're going back what they did the year before. Like they're doing a double header. Like they're going back to the same spot. Usually they'll do that. They usually just go to a new spot every year. But this time I think they're going back. And I forgot where that was last year. I forgot what that was. Andy, you want to pull up your text and see if we can start answering these questions from the DMs that we got?
Sure.
And if you want to put it right here, I can look at it real quick too, because I don't know which one I put first, but let's see. Good. All right. Do y'all think Drew can beat Lesnar? In real life, no. WWE, anything's possible.
Oh, that's right. Drew came back, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Elijah said, when you going to the game? Could you be more specific on what game, Mr. Elijah?
What game?
What game, my friend? And who did you pick for, he said, do you think Drew can beat Lesnar? I know you just said that he's back, but you didn't pick.
Drew McIntyre?
Yes. And while you're thinking about that, again, what I said was, in real life, no. In WWE world, anything's possible.
Yeah. I kind of agree with that. Do I want him to beat Brock Lesnar? You bet your ass.
I
hate Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Brock Lesnar.
No, I love
Paul Heyman.
I hate Brock Lesnar.
What does he say when he calls him out? What does he say he does? He's the I always forget that.
It's like the spokesperson or something like that.
Yeah, but he says the remaining defending heavyweight champion of the world, Brock Lesnar. I'm gonna get that done for next week. Yeah. Okay. Mania is in Tampa, Florida. That's what it is, Tampa, Florida. Yes. And then we got he said the WWE is the WWE. My man Elijah put, when he went to the game, and I see Elijah put, I'm sorry, I just woke up. I don't know what that means. What I would say good morning to you. Helen, what about all the girl WWE players? What about all of them? I want to say they, as much as they do showcase them as trophy girls, they actually can fight. Like there's some that can actually fight. I mean that could do all the stuff as good as the guys, if not better, doing them crazy stunts. We all know it's not real. What did he say? Wrestling is not fake. Yeah. Shout out to David Arquette. From Ready to Rumble, I don't care what anybody says. That movie was funny.
That movie was pretty.
Sucks, but it's funny.
It sucks, but it's fun.
And it also
Sal
has,
Bandini, wanna wrestle?
And it has my boy stinging it
For like 0.2 seconds.
More like a minute. Don't be hating. But anyways, look.
That's my boy, Macho Man Randy.
Yeah, at the beginning, dropping the elbow in the what is it in the grocery store or the gas station. So they are fighters and actors. Yeah, that's why it's called WWE. It's called World Wrestling Entertainment, and it's for sports entertainment. So it's not real.
It's not like MMA. They don't actually throw down.
Now this is the part that gets tricky because wrestling is still a sport, and what they do, they get hurt. They get hurt. The stuff you see, and sometimes some stuff is an illusion. They practice how to do things to keep things safe, but some things just happen.
Yeah, you have a 300-pound dude jumping off of a 5-foot pole onto you.
Yeah.
No matter how you land it, it's gonna hurt.
And when you see those chair shots that go to the back of the head, that's a real chair. Or even if it's an aluminum chair, it's still got to sting a little bit because they're wailing hard. You know what I mean?
What they do is they hit it on the flat of the back and stuff, so they lessen the impact, or they disperse it across a larger area. Yeah. But it's still getting hit with a chair.
Or let me go ahead and toss you against a wall or toss you against somewhere, you know what I mean, and drop it. It's like I said, it's like a choreographed dance.
It's still all athletics.
Yes, very athletics.
Doing the spins, the jumps, and everything.
Yep. One slip, one fall. People have broken their necks, their shoulders, their arms, their legs. All kinds of stuff, man. It's crazy. So it's real, but the fight itself isn't real, right? So when you get a small guy versus this big guy that like Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre in real fighting, I think unless he's a true professional fighter, then he has a chance. But I don't think he is. So that's why I say Brock Lesnar would beat him in real life, because Brock is a true fighter. He's a real deal.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar actually has MMA training, and he's a true bruiser.
All right. With that, we're going to go to our first question, ladies and gentlemen. It's from Whisper Dude 84, and he put, "Did you guys like the John Wick series? And if so, what's your favorite one out of the three?" Andy.
I liked the first one.
Okay.
I love the series. I actually just recently watched it for the first time. I picked it up on Black Friday. They were all discounted. The 4K versions were like $5 a pop.
What?
Yeah, so I had to pick all three of them up, and it was
what?
Yeah, and I watched all three of them. Me and my wife binge watched them all, and we were like, "This series is amazing." In fact, we were talking about having a drinking game. Every time he gets hit by a car, we got to take a shot.
Y'all must have been plastic. Y'all would have been gone with the wind on that one.
Exactly.
Before I answer that question, I see that Dave put Brock sucks almost as bad as Krusty. Watch your face. And then makes sense from them. And then what if they really hit them by accident? Well, let's put it this way. If they're an accident and they're not friends, let's just say they're going to get hit later. Or in the match, they might get hit.
Yeah, sometimes they get retaliatory.
Yeah, called a rip. Oops. And you're going to get oops back. Yeah. Now, if they friends, a little different. They'll be like, "Oh, yeah," you know what I mean? They'll be more sorry than other. But if they don't know each other very well, they're getting to know each other more. Rubbing is part of racing, if you get what I'm saying. So my question would be the John Wick 3. Man, I love them all. I've seen them all. I have to give it to 3 just because they ended up everything. Some of the scenes were crazy. And also, I wanted to see the iconic scene, which I've always wanted to see, was a fight scene between Mark Dacascos and Keanu Reeves. That was an awesome, epic fight that you saw. And, some things, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to use greatness. it's something that you've always wanted to see, right?
Anticipation.
And you see it, and then when you finally see it, you're like, wow, that's what we want to see. And so for me, it would be John Wick 3, even though I love the entire series.
I just like the first one because the motivation for it.
Oh yeah,
They
the dog.
killed the dude's spoilers. They killed the dude's dog and stole his car. And I love that scene when the kid drives the car into John Leguizamo's shop, and he's like, "Where did you get this car?"
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Dude, you're toast. I don't want nothing to do with you."
So we thinking about making a short movie, but we're not gonna have a dog being killed. We're gonna have our cat die, and we're gonna call it Cat Wick. It's be good times. Anyways, here we go. D Zizzle at Yahoo says or asked, have you guys seen the new Bad Boys for Life movie? For me, I have not. I just got done watching Bad Boys 2 with my family the other night. They already saw 1. I need to go check out 1. I'm going backwards. And then I would like to go see 3 maybe this weekend or the week after. I got to see it before it heads out. I heard it's doing really well. Heard it made over $60 million its first opening weekend. So already we get another franchise. We're gonna get a 4, 5, and 6. So it's already set. So, but what are your thoughts? Did you see it yet?
I have not seen it yet, but Bad Boys is one of those. Is actually one of the Michael Bay series that I think he did right. It's one of the Michael Bay movies that I can sit through and actually enjoy.
I will say though, when they showed some of the butt cheek scenes and the boobie scene, I was like, oh, this is why Michael Bay gets called for some of the directing things. Because in Transformers, you see some, not 100%, but you see some kind of similarities for sure. There. Yeah, for sure.
And it's the same with the, even though it was only produced by John Bay, you see it in the Ninja Turtle movies.
Right. Well, I will say, people thought Michael Bay directed Bad Boys for Life. He's not. He's only a producer. Yeah, no. It's these Indian twins. I believe they're Indian. They're twins, though, brothers that did this this new franchise. Okay. We have now 37. I Love Cats wrote, how long have you guys been in the entertainment business? Andy, talk to him. How long have you been in it, my guy?
I'm not technically in the entertainment business. I like to pretend.
There you go. Take a teammate.
Never really gotten into anything. I wrote a couple scripts, but they've never gone anywhere. They're just sitting around collecting dust.
There's a few. He's revised a couple. He's revised Rise to Fall. Like I did the entire script. He revised it a little bit, gave us a better grammar, a little bit more of the painted picture, if you will. And then he also the movie that's coming out called The Fight that I did. And we're working on the poster and the trailer, and the film's almost done. We're getting ready to just let everybody go have at it. We're trying to do for a March release. And he actually I wrote the script, but then he took and revised and made a little bit more, and again, painting that picture better. And we're hoping to maybe even do a Kickstarter, because I just saw a funny movie. I think I told you about it. It's called Kung Fury. It's hilarious. If you love 80s, and you love retro stuff, man, this is your movie.
Look it up. It's on YouTube.
Yes, 38 million to 48 million views. Was at Comic-Con for 2015.
By the way, Helen Kelly, we saw your question. We'll get to it in just a second.
Gotcha. So yes, definitely check that movie out. But I found out that they got a $200,000 Kickstarter started with that. They put the trailer out, and they got $200,000 to make the film, and there we go. And then the rest is history. 40 million views later from 2015. I don't even know. I think that's 10 million a year. That's not a bad chunk of change right there. So, but speaking of that with the cats, for 37 I Love Cats, for me, I've been in the business for a little bit. I've always been wanting to do film and music and entertainment, and just keep pressing. And so, we're slowly but surely getting there and getting the face where it needs to be. And this is one step. Doing this show is one step closer to doing that. And these short films I'm doing is one step closer to doing that. So, I've been doing it since a long time. So probably been dreaming about doing this since I was 7 or 8 years old. And here we are at 41, still clicking away. You know what I mean? Some people think it's an overnight success, which there are some. but some people also
It's
take a time.
and toil.
Yeah, and the point is about longevity. Can you, once I make it, can I stay relevant? That's the key, right? All right, let's go
No,
to
let's
that.
get the
Yeah. That's what I said. Yeah. So, but I was sorry.
Yeah.
So I think was it the question where she said, "Is it hitting them in accident or real?"
No. Who is better, Hogan or Flair?
Well, hold up.
Dave already answered with his.
Where did Dave put?
No. You have to answer first.
Oh, well, I know, and I already know what Dave said, and I'm gonna say it in Hulk fashion. Well, let me tell you something, brother. Woo! Can suck a big fat. I ain't saying it, but that's horrible Hogan impression. But listen, I don't know, man. They both the greats, man. If you're talking about, listen, we ain't talking about Dave. She didn't ask who was a better person. She was asking who's the better wrestler of all time. And you got, even though I love Flair had one move, they both had one move. They both had like one move.
He had
two
moves.
Yeah. Slap. And the figure four, and the 9-inch heel that pokes in your eye. You know what I mean? And Hogan, all he had was the leg drop, and then the poses. That's all he had too. Like he didn't have anything else. So, but charisma, man, that's a toss up. That's a toss up. Whoo! I can't pick because they're both synonymous. If you think of Ric Flair, if you think of wrestling, you think of Hulk Hogan. When you think of wrestling, you think, what I'm saying, I think around the, it's kind of like, okay.
Yeah, I think Hogan is a little more synonymous with wrestling.
A little bit.
Because of
worldwide, yeah.
Yeah, because Flair came to popularity around the time when the wrestling world was still kind of fractured, and it hadn't come together as the WWF when television really took off and everything yet. And that's when Hulk Hogan came in and found his popularity.
Right, because he was a real American, fight for the rights of every man. I am a real American, fight for the rights, fight for your life. That's for you, Dave. Now you can go ahead and put a comment all you want. Anyway, so to answer Dave's question, was it Dave? Who that was? Helen's question. Helen's questions. I don't know. I can't pick. Who you picking?
I pick Flair.
Pick Flair. Woo!
And that's the only reason why. I like the robes, and I like to go, woo!
Yeah. Woo! It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I can't pick because they're both, to me, synonymous with wrestling. Even though Sting is my favorite wrestler, I still give it to these two as the GOATs, if you will. And then now we go to Dave. The C said Flair. Who else? Chump. He can't even flip. Woo! That's all I'm gonna say to the camera on Dave. Woo! Should I do the elbow drop? Walk around. Here we go. Boom! There you go. The elbow drop. Slapping the figure four. Come on. Yeah, I would call this entertainment. You're hating. All right, here we go. Okay, you can carry it. Go ahead.
I'm gonna have to call my wife.
Call away. You can do it.
I gotta step out for a second.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good. What's the next question? Let me get out of it.
It is Bizkits and Grazy. Bizkits and Grazy WS at AOL. Do you like biscuits and gravy?
All right, I'm gonna answer that question while he out there stepping out, and then we'll keep working. So biscuits and Grazy, at whatever number you said, he asked if we like biscuits and gravy. Well, yes, I like biscuits and gravy. I love to eat. Our church actually has every first Saturday of the month in the morning, we have biscuits and gravy, we have bacon, we get the hash brown, the eggs, the pancakes. We get nasty with it at our men's prayer breakfast on Saturdays. So I enjoy our biscuits and gravy. It's like makes your heart close shut, if you will. But besides that, I still love biscuits and gravy wherever I go. It could be any restaurants. It could be here at home. Biscuits and gravy is one of my go-to breakfasts for sure. So with that, we'll just go ahead and keep talking for a minute. First, guys, I do want to just say thank you for being here so far for our very first Fireline Live. And we got so much cool stuff coming up. And, hopefully, Andrew Block or Andy Block is able to could obviously still come on Wednesdays and do certain things. And if he's not, we'll have certain other people. But either or, if we could have 3 people. I just love talking with my family and friends and talking about movie. And we always do with movies and music. And we just never put it on camera. So I'm like, you know what? We need to start putting it on camera. And so this is what we're doing. And I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with us for sure. Who showed up? Ghetto Zorro. My man is in the house. Yo is in the house. I appreciate that.
I'll get to it in just a second. How much longer do you think we're going to be?
I'm just going to try to get those questions. Hopefully, I don't know, hopefully 30 minutes open.
Okay. My wife wants to know.
I got you. The wifey is important. Hopefully this makes a whole lot of money one day, and then you can say, baby, I'm taking care of the bills.
Yeah.
You can stay home.
That would be nice.
See, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's one of my things in my life that I want to do is take people and give them opportunities and where we can make money to where we can provide for our families, right? But provide it in a way where we're not stressing about, can we make the car payment? You know what I'm saying? And Andy, I've known Andy for such a long, long time. I love him and his wife. They're very close to me, and I just want to help them. I wish I could write him a check. Be like, here you go.
And I would gladly take it.
And he would gladly take it. All right, Ghetto Zora, happy wife, happy life. True to that. Mr. Echo YT, thank you for showing, man. Love you guys. Hey, what's the ratio on the likes? What's the ratio as I read this question?
We got a dislike.
We got a dislike. That is tough. Dave, did you dislike us?
No, that was actually me. I must have accidentally. I disliked us.
That is tough. Well, guys, right now I think we only have 1 like. No, we got 6 and 7. I see 6 and 7. We're good.
Okay.
We're good. Okay. No, you're good.
That's just 'cause he's busy.
So, do you like biscuits and gravy?
Do I like biscuits and gravy? Actually, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm actually a big fan of lots of Southern food, but biscuits and gravy just doesn't do it for me. I love grits though. Show me some grits, I'll wolf that shit down.
Whoa, ha! That's okay. You already said that before earlier, so you're good. You did, but we're good. I think we're okay to say it.
I'm a sailor. I was in the Navy. I got potty mouth.
Dave's gonna be like, just do it, like Palpatine. Do it. Do it. Real quick for Dave, this is for you. Have you seen episode 9 yet? And if you have, why don't you call me so we can go see it together? Okay. So you type in yes or no real quick while we're answering the questions. I like my grits with butter. Do you like your grits with butter?
Yes.
So he likes it with his butter as well. Or grits and butter. All right, we got. Make sure we look at each other for this one. We're here. We look at each other. So we got Ninja. I can't say that. You want to go ahead? You want to go ahead and say that?
I can say that.
Go wait.
We got Ninja Twats.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Ninja Twats. That's a creative word.
What did she ask?
At Yahoo, did you guys like the movie Cats? No. Pass.
Wait, look back again. Look at the camera. No.
Didn't want to see it. Don't care to.
Yeah, this isn't my thing. Listen, you know who you are that want to watch that? That's you. That's y'all. Do you, boo. But that ain't us. All right, here we go. Moving on. Favorite question, no Ninja Twats. All right. 4-eyed glasses asks, should they make a TED 3? Heck yes.
Absolutely.
Heck yes. All I gotta say is the semen scene, ladies and gentlemen, and TED 2. All right, TED 2. Yes, when he bumps in and something happens and all the babies drowned him, and then my boy Ted said, "Hold on a second." Takes a snapshot and Instagrams it on Facebook. Oh, just that scene alone is worth watching. And yes, I'm gonna show my TED off. I got to because
he's got a TED.
I do got a TED.
He wants to show his teddy bear.
Now, if it has bad words, I didn't say it. Hold on, I gotta squeeze them right. I gotta squeeze them right.
Well, you never should have trusted me. I'm on drugs. All right, come on, let's sing the thunder song.
Oh, snap.
When you hear the sound of thunder, don't you get too scared. Just grab your thunder body and say these magic words.
F-U, thunder.
You can
Suck my... Whoa.
You can give me thunder 'cause
It's just God's farts. There you go. Ted in the house, baby. Ted is here. Ted has showed up. I'm gonna put Ted just like this in the middle of the. He looks creepy looking at you like that. I know, huh? Hi. He's creepy. All right, he was creepy. All right, here we go. Next one we have. So you said yes. I said yes. Very good. You're on the list. Y2J.
Must be a
Wrestler fan. Looks like.
Jericho fan.
Yeah. When will Vince McMahon be done with wrestling?
When somebody assassinates him.
I imagine he's gonna say this. I imagine he's gonna say this. You're fired.
Vince McMahon will never let go of wrestling.
And then die.
Somebody will have to pry it out of his cold, dead hand.
And that's gonna be the game.
Yeah.
What do you think about the XFL?
I can't believe they're
bringing it back.
Bring that back.
That is crazy.
I can't believe he's trying to bring that back.
That's crazy.
It failed miserably the first time. Although I thought, to be truthful, when I first heard about it, I was actually interested. Because I'm not a big football fan. I always thought that, pardon my French, that football players were big fat pussies. But
Man, he called him the cat. That's tough. Come here, puss.
They're a hell of a lot more tough than I am. I mean, but still, it's just like they wanted to. There's so many times that I sit there and I watch football with people, and it's just like every 5 minutes, a freaking flag comes out, and it's just like XFL promised to stop that. Less rules, less interference, to be a little more, just let the game play and stop with the interference. Oh, you violated this rule, you violated this rule, you violated this rule. And every 10 seconds it wouldn't stop the game. The game would just play. And that's what interested me.
Yeah. And I heard it's all women, correct?
Huh?
I heard it's all women.
XFL? No.
Yeah. Wasn't it the one where they have...
No, that was something else.
I could have sworn, no, I think that was XFL, where it was all women and they have the bikini, not bikini, but they have the...
I know what you're talking about. That was something else.
Oh, okay. I thought that was XFL.
No, XFL was a new football league that was like, we're harder, we're tougher.
And it was all in this dome, right? And it's like...
Yeah, it was all artificial terrain. There was like an extra 10 yards, and it was extra 10 yards wide, and the rules were... They weren't so strict on the rules, like pass interference and all this stuff. It wasn't so complicated, and just all this stuff that interested me, because it was like, oh, cool. They're not going to be throwing flags out every 5 seconds on this stupid ass game.
That's crazy. All right. Well, for me, yeah, like I said, I think Vince needs to, if he's in head of control, maybe have control, but I don't know, he has to pass the reign off sometime, you know what I mean? And sometimes you got to get a different perspective. It's still your baby, a different perspective, of course.
He does need to get some different perspective, because right now the WWE is in this, it's sitting in this stagnant pond.
Mm-hmm. And as far as XFL, who knows, maybe one day we'll check that out. We got Purple People Eaters 0. What do you guys think about 80s and 90s movies getting sequels 30 years later? And then if you want to go to the next. So he basically asked, what do you think about all the movies back in the 80s and 90s? Why are we getting all these sequels 30 years later, and if we like that or not? For me, as long as they tie the story in well, I'm okay with it. Like, because, my God, if they did a Back to the Future 4, come on. And they had I know, but if they had a great story behind it, let's go. Tron Legacy, I was so upset they didn't continue. I enjoyed how they transferred from that time period to now. It was freaking amazing. I'd love to see that movie. I don't know. I just so the Last Starfighter I'm still waiting for. I'm still waiting for the Last Starfighter 2 to show up. I'm still waiting for that. I'm waiting for the Last Dragon 2 to show up as well. What are the franchises that? Well, The Matrix. I heard is going to be a prequel to this Matrix. I heard, or not a prequel, but it's supposed to be in a different time because there's so many reboots of The Matrix. So that'd be cool. But I don't know. I feel like as long as the movie and the story continues well, then I go for it because I love 80s and 90s got some great stories, great movies, great 80s nostalgia, 90s nostalgia. It's great.
It's really hit or miss. Like, I liked Blade Runner 2049. That movie was really cool, and it continued the story really well. The Predator, not so much. This new Ghostbusters one that's coming out, I'm really interested to see what they do with it. What other ones were there?
Well, I think on the Predators, they didn't try to continue the story.
Yeah, they did.
They did? Wow.
Yeah.
I see. I only watch periodically certain things. I'll use Terminator. Maybe Terminator. I think Terminator. They kind of do.
That one was okay. The only thing I didn't like about it was they didn't do really anything new about it. They just basically reskinned the John Connor thing. It was just like, okay, John Connor's a woman now. And I'm like,
well, that's the one thing I'm disliking that both Terminator did and Halloween did, which I'm not saying that I didn't like. I have not seen yet Dark Fate, guys, but I'll use Halloween for a second.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'll use Halloween for example. Halloween 1 happens, and apparently now with the new Halloween that came out was a direct sequel to that. They retcon 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, which 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now 3, I didn't think has anything to do with any of Michael Myers.
Nothing to do with Michael
But
Myers.
2, 4, 5, and 6, and even the H2Os and the other ones, Resurrection, I enjoyed those. So it sucks that I have to retcon those in a sense because they wanted to do a direct sequel. Like I'm not really fond of that because they did the same thing I heard for Terminator. Terminator is doing Terminator 1, Terminator 2, and then that's it. Now it's Dark Fate. 3, 4, 5, and 6, whatever happens, or 5, they never happened.
Yeah. And
that sucks because, I get it. But I hope they don't do that for every single sequel. You know what I mean? And say, we're going to retcon.
I get that. And that kind of sucks. But at the same time, we also have to remember that in like Halloween, I think John Carpenter wrote and directed the first Halloween, and I think he had produced number 2. I don't remember if he wrote or directed number 2, but all the ones after that he had nothing to do with.
Right.
So it's that whole, this is my baby, I'm going back and I'm going to do it proper. And it's the same thing with Terminator. James Cameron had nothing to do with 3, with Salvation, or with Genesis. Now, he kind of gave his blessing for Genesis, but then it was just like, and then he produced and helped write 5, but then there was also like 6 different writers on it.
Right.
And that's a whole matter entirely.
So
they're basically essentially going back and saying, well, this is how I would have continued the story had I been given the opportunity, or had I done it. So going back and retconning it's not a bad thing.
Man, and I'm going way left field. I know we're gonna try to be done in 15 minutes, guys. It's so crazy because they're just talking about Star Wars, that if George Lucas come back, that they're gonna retcon 7, 8, 9 as an alternate time, and he's gonna redo 7, 8, 9 as if how he wanted it to be. Could you imagine if that happens? We get 2 separate 7, 8, 9s. That's crazy to me.
That's a little nuts.
That's nuts. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it just sucks that we're at a time right now that's like,
that stuff happens.
yeah, it's crazy. Okay, so next one, and that question was for the sequel. So do you like it? Do you like that?
Like I said, I'm fine with it as long as it continues the story in a decent way.
Agreed. All right, John Cena Sucks says, when do you think they will make a Last Dragon 2? Hey, I just said that. I'm ready for Last Dragon. Have you seen Last Dragon? With Ty Mac?
Ty Mac?
It's the glow. It's like a Bruce Lee parody.
Oh, yes.
Black.
I'm fine with that.
Leroy. Catching bullets with his teeth.
I'm fine with that. That's one of those kind of bad B guilty pleasure movies.
All right, real quick. It says I like Yes, sold on Friday. XFL tickets are now on sale. Very cool. When will TNA or Impact Wrestling die? I don't know. One day.
It's great talking to you again, Dave.
Yeah, brother, we love the show. Andy, great seeing you again. Come by for the next event. There you go. You just got to come to Mania.
I will.
Take that crusty crap off the wall. Now, hey, ain't gonna happen. brother, and ow!
I'll tell you what, Dave. I'll break it for you.
But then he won't make it to Mania. And then I gotta ask to his wife, so this ain't good. Is it worth you dying? I don't think, yeah, we're gonna leave that alone. Anyways, here we go. Later, Dave, later, buddy. All right, we got the next one. So yeah, yes on the last drag, or win, or is it win? When do you think? Oh my God, I don't know. Well, wait. Hold on.
We can't answer that
I
question.
kind of, a little bit. I can. There was an Instagram post. It was Michael Jai White with Timac, and he goes, "Which movie do you think we should redo or remake or reboot?" And I said to myself, "Oh, I got to put this down." I said, "The Last Dragon 2, The Return of Shonuff." so we'll see. Maybe so.
We got a question from Dave.
Question from Dave.
No, from Dan.
Oh, Dancy. Triple H versus The Rock one more time. Yes, they were hyping that up back in 2010, 11. It was like 8 years ago. They were trying to do one more match. And it just never, if you look online, if you look at it, it shows The Rock and Triple H just bantering with one another. And Stephanie McMahon in the middle. And it was just great because they're just, who got the biggest D, who got the biggest scrotum, if you will. They're just going, great piece of work. Check it out on YouTube.
I don't
just
know
type
if it'll
in,
ever happen again. Though.
Yeah, I wish it would. And who knows, because they're both still in their prime, meaning that they can, well, when I say prime, meaning The Rock is probably way better shape than Triple H because he's in that field a little bit more. I think because he's always, I don't know, Triple H is working out too, but I think it'd be a good match. I think they both can carry. You think,
I don't think it'll ever happen.
Yeah. Well, if it did,
well, we're working. That's not what he's asking, though.
That's okay.
He's asking when do you think it will ever happen?
Okay, well,
I'm saying no.
Okay, so you say no, but now I'm asking you, what do you think? If it happens,
if it ever happens.
yes, that's fine. I'm asking the question.
No, I don't get what you have totally confused me.
Okay, so he asked one more time, will it happen again? I already said no.
And I said no.
And I actually said maybe, but then I said, what do you think? Do you think that it would be a good match, basically?
Oh, you're asking
me
if
like
it would
it?
be
Yeah,
a
would you
good
like
match?
it? Would you like it if it happened? Damn,
Oh, sure.
Think about that.
Well, you didn't clarify what your question was. You were basically trying to reiterate his question, which I had already answered, so I was confused. So, know your role and shut your mouth.
Oh, okay. Now you can't take the Rock line. Beat Triple H because I can't do Triple H. I can do the Rock way better than that. Damn it! Dang it! You got me cursing on there. All right, here we go. The Rock is too busy. That is true. The Rock is too busy. Next question. Oh Lord, this is gonna be funny. We'll make it quick. Booyaka619. How do you feel about the state of Star Wars fandom? Give it a quick answer.
God.
Quick answer.
It sucks. Short and skinny, it sucks.
It's all right.
I'm ashamed to call myself a Star Wars fan sometimes.
I will say that because of, like you said, the fandom, the people. There's people out there just make it unhealthy for Star Wars. I think people are too critical. It's a freaking movie. Let's just go and enjoy it. There's new characters. There's old characters. There's and there's good characters, okay characters, bad characters. Who cares? Let's just move on. Why make it such a big thing and then say hateful things on the internet, hateful things, outdo certain things, and here it goes. Oh, here it goes. Here goes Alan Harris. I knew you were gonna go there. No, I'm not. I don't work for Disney. Ho. He'll take your soul. No, he don't got my soul, my guy. I just like Star Wars. I'm a real fan. Just letting you know.
You didn't say that.
I know, I'm playing with him. He said, yep, Shane.
Helen Kelly asked us something. Oh. Want to answer that?
If you could pick 3 current wrestlers to be a part of the NWO, who and why? Ooh, damn.
That's a good question.
That's a good question. A big question, but great question. Okay. The 3 and why? Okay. Ooh. Okay. Wait. I will tell you right now. It would have to be if they were in. Just because I don't know exactly who's in WWE at this second, I'm gonna pick that was in probably in the last 2 years. Okay, and it's from your favorite group, The Shield. Dean Ambrose.
He's not in anymore.
I just said that, Chinese food. I said a couple years ago, Dean Ambrose, Seth Effin Rollins, and Roman Reigns, The Shield. They should have played. They would have did the NWO. That would have been great. And I would say maybe Seth Rollins should have been the Hogan leader, if you, because he has the mic skills. Not saying Dean Ambrose don't, and not saying because he's like the macho man of the group for me. He's kind of crazy, Roddy Piper type of really. Yeah. And Roman Reigns is just that, I don't know. He's just a brute. And yeah. So what about you? Those are my 3 picks. What do you got?
Man, that's a tough one. I ain't got a quick answer for that.
Well, name one. Name one that you put in the NWO. And why?
Broken Matt Hardy.
Ooh. I
really dug that character.
Delete. Now see, if I said that he didn't, he'd be up hitting me. But since that's part of his team, he's all good in the hood.
Oh, if you would have said it, it's fine. I don't know if Matt Hardy's still in it. I don't think he is. I don't think he's still on WWE's roster right now.
Yeah, but I think they're starting to go to different organizations, especially AEW. AEW is going to be picking up some things, I think. Okay. So Star Wars fandom, he's saying it's horrible. I'm saying yes, it's horrible. We got to be more nicer. You know what I mean? And just not be so overcritical and just enjoy. You may not like it, but you may. And if you don't like it, that's up to you. But you don't have to let everybody else feel bad about it because they like the movie. We got Van Damage 469.
This one's for you.
This is for me. This question is for me, Mr. Allen. Why haven't Van Damme made any movies using martial arts anymore? Well,
because he's old.
No. To believe it or not, if you are a Van Damme fan, I've done my research. There is a movie that was supposed to come out a couple years ago. He had put it in the back burner. Now it's in production right now. It's called The Tower. And it's supposed to be Van Damme's Bloodsport, kickboxer, The Quest type of movie, kind of like an MMA style. And his son, Christopher Van Damme, is playing the protagonist, which is the bad guy. So those two will meet up at the end in fighting, which is going to be epic. And it's supposed to be martial art heavy. And yeah, but to answer the question is the reason why he hasn't, because he's really focused on his acting and really focused on doing better stories, which I have to admit, not 4 or 5 years ago, but the last 2 or 3 years, his movies have been really gritty and dark and just really cool storylines that you can really sink your teeth. Like this last one called The Bouncer is kind of like a John Wick story almost in a weird way, and it's really awesome. I would recommend you guys checking that out. And but he doesn't do really any martial arts in that movie. It's really like street fight type of thing. But yeah, that's the reason why, because he's really focused. And believe it or not, Sylvester Stallone is a great actor. Arnold Schwarzenegger, great actor. Van Damme, I mean, maybe not back in the heyday, because he was using his martial arts skill to really, or his, really cool kicks to showcase him. But his acting is, I love his acting now. It's really good on screen. So my point is that all these guys that are these supposed to be muscle bounders or these, action star heroes that say people that they can't act. Shoot, they got chops. Watch Rambo 1.
Oh, First Blood is excellent.
Dude, his monologue he had in there, or whatever you want to call that.
At the end?
Whoo! I was like, he got chops like this. I'm sorry, Sly. I'm sorry.
No, First Blood is the best one. The other ones are just corn action.
I'm waiting for 5, man. I heard 5. Well, actually, I heard 5 is like 1, but has the gritty, nasty, all the cool stuff. So I'm excited to see that. It looks like this question is for you, Andy. Absolute Power 1342 says, this question is for Andy.
Yeah.
You. With the events that this happened in episode 9, is Palpatine truly dead?
Well, seeing as how he disintegrated, I'd have to say yes. But
I knew there was a button there.
But
come on,
it is the Star Wars universe, and they could, despite the fans saying that the extended universe is no longer canon and all this other nonsense. They did pull a lot of things from the extended universe. I mean, Kylo and Rey, they are. If you dig into the expanded universe, you kind of see that they are kind of amalgamations of certain characters in there. If they do decide to pull some more inspiration from the expanded universe, Palpatine had clones all over the place. In one of the stories, Palpatine has a young clone that's nuts, but he comes back and he kills like a bunch of people.
I was just about to say that they could pull, because we know that he, number one, cheats deaths, and then number two, he also clones himself. I heard there's multiple comics or books that show that.
Yeah.
So in all actuality, it truly can happen. Which I'm down. Palpatine is, even though he's not my favorite of all time character, he is one of the coolest. I will say that, and I will say in 9, he does some pretty cool, freaky things. And I'll just say, I think I already told you that first 5 to 7 minutes where Kylo and him talk, and the whole scene, the what do you call it, the Sith world, Exegol, it was freaking amazing. Any of you guys ever heard or seen XPW back in the early 2000s? Yes, I did.
Can't say that I have.
Actually, check it out. It only lasted like 4 series. They literally signed. It was like watching WCW, WWE, and they said, "Let me just put in a ball and throw it at you," because you had. You think of any wrestler, Nasty Boys, every from the wrestler from WCW, the roster from WCW, roster from WWE, roster from anything was all there. And same thing with the announcers and stuff. So it's like 4 episodes or something like that. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Man, that's old school, man. That's awesome that you brought that up. See, yeah, that is that's XW. Oh, then I apologize. I don't see the XPW. So have you seen the XWF then?
Mm-mm.
So yeah, XPW. I'm sorry. Maybe I obviously maybe don't know what it is. So I apologize. If you can write out in the chat what it actually stands for. I haven't heard of that, but what I was talking about is not XPW. It's actually XWF is what I was talking about.
Okay.
So if you haven't seen that, check that out. And that's, like I said, you'll see, you'll trip out, because it's like, again, old school WWF, WWE with WCW, and they just rub it in the ball and say, here you go. And they almost signed it. Because they signed a contract with the Universal or something like that.
Extreme Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen it. Brought old ECW guys.
That sounds familiar, but I don't think I ever checked it out. No, I got into wrestling. My first exposure to wrestling was back when SmackDown first came to UPN, because I didn't have cable. So I had to use like an antenna, and I got channel 13 by misfortune or fortune, however you want to look at it. And I managed to catch SmackDown every Friday night, because that's when it was Friday night SmackDown.
Do you remember those days, man? We had Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. It was like, was it Sunday Heat?
Yeah.
Saturday Main Event, Thursday SmackDown, Monday Raw. It was crazy. It was crazy. Dan is the champion. He always wins trivia on the other. Yeah, he hasn't met the true champion here. This is a really good. He knows his stuff. He knows his stuff. He's just modest, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, last question, and I'm gonna have you put the music cue on. But it says Show Enough Glow with the war, because we want to intro after. Yeah. Show Enough Glow 70 says, what is your favorite type of food?
You answer first.
Whoops, there it is, what somebody said there. My favorite type of food, well, let me just say this. I just love to eat. I don't have anything favorite. I love steak. I love seafood. I love burgers. I love pizza. I love pasta. Certain vegetables, as long as it's cooked right. But yeah, I mean, I love all kinds of food. Now, I don't do none of that Asian stuff where you eat the bats and the tiger legs and I don't do none of that. What's that? That's a new disease coming out called Corona or something like that. There's this, yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying, because they eat all this.
No,
I don't eat all that stuff. Anyways, I just love to eat, enjoy myself very well. I don't have a favorite food. I just love to eat. Right? I take it back. I do like KBQ, and I like ramen a lot. And yeah, there you go, sir.
Whatever fits in my mouth.
You might want to elaborate on that just a little.
I like all kinds of food.
There you go. Yes.
I eat a lot of things, even things that other people might consider gross. I eat calamari.
Calamari is good. Do you like oysters? I can't do oysters.
I do oysters.
The slimy but satisfying. Yeah, I can't.
You put a little dash of salt on it. It's great.
No.
I've done all kinds of things that a lot of people think are weird, and it's fine. Like, I grossed my wife out the other day because my friend Brett got us Barty's every flavor beans from Harry Potter?
Oh Lord, that's up to you.
No, because there's bad flavored ones in there.
Oh no.
There's the ones that taste like vomit and earthworm and grass and things like that.
Right.
And my wife's picking through them, and she's going, "Oh, this one tastes like cotton candy.
Right.
Oh, this one's the grass one."
Right.
She puts it in a little bin, and I'm eating all the bad flavored ones.
Right.
Eat them all. She's like, "Does that really taste like vomit?" And I'm just like,
Is that you talking about the bean boozled?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's called Body's
Okay.
Every Flavored Beans. And I'm eating it. She's like, "Does that really taste like vomit?" Oh, yeah, it tastes like I threw up in my mouth a little bit, and I eat it. She's like, "That's gross." And I'm like, "Yeah, a little bit, but whatever."
Have you tried that game, the Bean Boozled?
No.
Yeah, I think you would like that game because no matter what you ate that was bad, you might actually like it because there's some pretty gross stuff. There's supposed to poop, vomit, all kinds of different really gross that's supposed to taste like it. And some of that stuff, my daughter had that. Thank God I didn't get some of those. She said it didn't, and I happen to have like a couple. The fish one, oh my God, I have like a fish breath for like a day. Even though I brush my teeth, it lasts a minute.
Yeah, and it's not like I go out of my way to eat bad stuff, but it's just I eat things.
There you go.
I don't know how to describe it. It's just like it's stuff like that doesn't bother me.
There you go.
I guess that's the best way to put it.
There you go.
If I was on a survivalist mission, I could eat bugs and dirt and stuff like that, and I'd be okay.
Slimy but satisfying, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here on our very first Fireline Live. And we're super excited to keep continuing doing this because we get to just have some fun and be ourselves and banter and not love each other but hate each other at the same time. And then answer your questions and chit chat with you guys on the chat. I know we haven't done this in forever. I used to do a little bit of everything show, which I used to have almost like 20, 30, 40 coming in all the time and hanging out. And then it kind of died down because I haven't done it. So hopefully this is the platform where we can start bringing everybody back. And we're trying to get as best we can a specific day and a specific time if we can. We're trying our best. He's got a life, and a wife. You know what I mean? And you got to make her happy. Same thing for me. Even though I don't got a wife, but I got 10,000 projects going around, and I have my full-time job. So we have all those things, and so we're trying to do something special for you guys and have a good time. So we thank you so much. Andy, you want to? I know you don't have your actual YouTube channel, but I mean you do have a gaming. I don't know if you want to throw that out there, or if you want to give any. I don't know if you want to give anything, shout outs or thank you.
Really. I keep meaning to go and try and get stuff on my channel, but I do that, and it's just like. I don't feel like it.
Yeah, but that's why I bring him here. I'll make him. I'm like, hey, you're doing something today, brother.
Yeah.
Boom,
So
very talented.
Maybe in the next few, I'll get motivated to start, because eventually I do want to start filming board games and stuff like that. Because that's my hobby. Is I do board games.
There you go.
And
we're gonna shoot that.
And it's not average board games. A lot of people when I say this always trips me up at freaking like Christmas and stuff because they're like, "What do you want?" "Oh, I like board games," and they'll get me like Monopoly or Sorry or Battleship or something like that. It's like those aren't the games I'm talking about. I play games like X-Wing Miniatures, Star Wars Armada, Mansions of Madness, Twilight Imperium. A lot of people are like, "What are those?" And they're big, complicated board games that. And well, you can do a Google search of any one of those, and you'll kind of see what I mean. And they're really fun, and they take a lot of thought and process. And if I can bring anybody into this hobby of mine and just share it with anybody, that would be great. And that's kind of the point that I eventually want to get to, but it's just difficult. For one, I don't really have anybody to play with.
Well, that's why next Wednesday we're gonna still shoot, even though we're gonna do this show. We're still gonna shoot his board game show because I want to do that with him. And I don't mind playing games as long as he doesn't kick my butt in there all the time. We'll be okay.
I have some that are co-op.
There you go.
We play together.
There you
and we verse like the game essentially.
Yeah. What game are we doing next week? You said
We're going to do X-Wing
X-Wing.
miniatures. That one will actually be against each other.
That'd be cool.
That'll
be fun. I'm excited to do that. Come join us for that. Know that Wednesdays is most likely the day that we're going to shoot these lives. And so just so you know, that's the goal. We don't know exactly the time because his time, my time is a little different. So we're going to try to hopefully nail out a time. And then hopefully I don't do anything else before the show. We just do this show. That way we can get this thing going and rolling. And again, we thank you guys so much. Dave, I see you in there, and you're welcome for us. You're welcome that we answered your questions. So thank you for coming in and asking those questions. Mm-hmm. And make sure, Dan, if you don't follow me yet, you can follow me on IG, which is Instagram, at Fireline ENT. So Fireline and then ENT, no space. And you can DM me your questions, and we will answer them here on the live. And of course, you can answer some here as well. So we don't have any super chat or anything just yet. One of these days we will get that going for you. I guess I have to be monetized to be able to get the super chat available. But you can go to the PayPal account that we have set up. It's on the channel, on the About section. And you can obviously donate there. If you want to donate a question, you're more than welcome to do so. So other than that, anything else that you get the game next week?
Yeah. And if you guys are interested in subbing to my channel, if I do eventually post, it's not my Andrew Block channel. It's my other channel, Goblin HQ Incorporated.
There you go.
It has a little picture of a smiley little goblin on it.
Yeah, reminds me of of Gremlins.
Yeah.
But now is it Incorporated or Short Inc?
Short Inc.
Yeah. So mine, same thing. I would say Fireline Entertainment, but it is Fireline ENT. That's how you find on the YouTube channel as well as Instagram. And then, do you have an Instagram or Twitter?
No, I don't do Instagram. I do have a Twitter. It's Nominrath at NOMINRATH. That's all it is.
There you go. Follow him up. He got some good stuff. And like I said, if you want to answer a question, ask a question, you can do it there. If not, like I said, it's morely geared towards my email. I don't mind you flooding my DM. So if you guys want to hit that the DM there, you're more than welcome to it. Again, that is Fireline ENT. If you want to hit that lovely button, get my song playing. Yeah. Yeah. What? Come on. What it is good. Jackie Chan. Yeah. He has a better Asian face. How is that possible? Guys, it's Alan G. Moser here with my boy.
Andrew Block.
Andrew Block is in the house. Thank you guys so much for being here. We love you guys being here for our very first Fireline Live. We will see you again next Wednesday here on Fireline Live. God bless you guys. Peace.